Shua Tov, Mevorach, this is Rabbi Kovacs, and Mazel Tov to the Mishnah Yomi. Today we complete Masechet Nazir. We're in chapter 9, Mishnah Hey, and then we'll turn and begin Sotah as well. Nazir Haya Shmuel. Shmuel was a Nazir. Shmuel the Navi, Samuel the famous prophet, who anointed the first two kings of the Jewish people, Shaul and David the Melech. Kidivrei Rabbi Nehorai. This is according to Rabbi Nehorai, and he brings a scriptural support. Shenamar umora lo ya'ale al rosho. A morah, which can be translated as a razor, lo ya'ale will not go up al rosho, on his head, on his hair. And this verse is in the first chapter of Shmuel Aleph. This is the tefillah of Hannah, of his mother, asking Hashem to give her a child, and apparently promising her Rabbi Nehorai that he will be a Nazir. Rabbi Nehorai explains, Namar b'Shimshon, and it says by Shimshon, the famous Samsonite we mentioned in the first chapter, Umora. It says he's not going to have a razor on his head. Namar b'Shmuel, Mora. It uses the same word Mora by Shmuel. Ma Mora b'Shimshon, just like Mora by Shimshon, Nazir. He was made a Nazir from birth. Af Mora b'Shmuel, Nazir. So too by Shmuel and Navi, he was also a permanent Nazir. And it's possible that Shmuel was also a Nazir Shimshon, a Nazir like Shimshon was, because we do see that Shmuel once killed somebody. He killed Agag, the famous king of Amalek that Shaul had spared when he killed the Amalekites, and the ancestor of Haman Harasha. Amar Rabbi Yossi disagrees with Rabbi Nehorai. He says, hello, isn't it ein mora ele basar v'dam? That this word mora, it really is talking about fear of people, like mora as in yira, like yirat shamayim, yiras shamayim. So Rabbi Yossi is saying that Hannah, Shmuel's mother, is praying that he won't be afraid or intimidated by other people, so he can be an effective leader. And there's an amazing Gemara in Brachot 31b that talks about Tfilat Hannah and Hannah's seeking out a child. And it brings the story that when Hannah took him to the Mishkan to serve and learn Torah with Eli, a Cohen, that Shmuel went ahead and Paskin said over a legal ruling, even though Eli was there and was much older and more of a, established sage. And Shmuel was the new kid, literally a kid on the block. And Eli was offended and said, listen, a student is not supposed to state a halacha and answer halachic questions when the rabbi is right here, and he could be punished for this. And Hannah begs, don't let him get punished. So it could be, according to Rabbi Yossi, this particular, he won't have mora, he'll be a little bit, assertive. It's a good quality for a Navi and a leader, but in this case, it got him in trouble with Eli. Amalur Rabbi Nehorai has an answer. Halok for them, or it also says, Vayomer Shmuel. Shmuel says later on, he says, Eich elech, how can I go? V'shama Shaul, and Shaul, the current king, will hear about this, v'hargeni, and he'll come and he'll execute me. God forbid. He was talking about going to Hebron to find and anoint David the Melech. He was actually afraid of Shaul, reluctant to do so. So we see, Shekvar Hayalav, he already had on him Mora Shel Basar. He did have some fear of people. At least he had fear of the government, of the monarchy. So when we say Mora or Rosho, it must be that he was also becoming a Nazir. Mazel Tov, Slik Masechet Nazir. Let's go on to Sotah. Now, Sotah is sometimes translated as a wayward wife. We'll see it's a wife who goes behind closed doors with another man, not her husband, after being warned by her husband. And there's a process, a ritual in the temple to clarify if she was innocent, that nothing, no adultery took place. That's not an innocent thing to go behind closed doors with a married woman. But the ritual could clarify if she was innocent in the sense there's no adultery, or guilty, and she would be publicly, she would pass away during this from drinking the Sotah water. The Gemara at the beginning of Sotah says, well, it's kind of out of order here because we have a statement that someone who sees a Sotah, and we assume that there was wine or alcohol involved in her indiscretions, should become a Nazir. So really, Sotah should go before Nazir. But because Nazir is so similar to Nadarim, we teach Nadarim and then Nazir, and then Sotah, which is kind of relevant to Nazir as well. First Mishnah, Hamkone leishto, a man who warns his wife. Slashon kina could be a word of warning or a word of jealousy. He's jealous that she's speaking with another man, and things are, suspicious. Rabbi Eliezer Omer Mekone Ola Alpi Shnaim. He needs two witnesses there to issue a legally binding warning that she should not go behind closed doors with this man. Umashke Alpi Eid Echad O Alpi Atzmo. But to actually make her drink. Mashke is to make her drink, meaning to take her to Yerushalayim and drink the Sotah water. If she had gone behind closed doors with that man, that's even if there was one witness to such a thing, or even if he saw it himself. Rabbi Yeshua Omer, Yeshua disagrees, says, Mekonei al pishnayim, you need to have those two witnesses there at the time of warning. When the husband warns the wife, do not go behind closed doors with that man. And you also need to have two independent witnesses, and the husband can't be one of them, that she was actually behind closed doors long enough for something wrong to happen. And the Gemara comments that in the times we do not have the temple, a man should not give such a warning to his wife, because there's no temple to clarify if she was innocent or guilty. Now, obviously, that's a very serious situation, and one should consult their local Orthodox rabbi. Yeshar Kohachem, Mazel Tov again on completing your Nazirot. Tizkulu mitzvot, Shavua Tov.